Hey everybody, it's Pastor Will, better known as Tron by Night. If you're on Xbox Live, check me out. I usually play some COD, but right now I'm playing little bit of Left 4 Dead. And I thought the end of last week, I made a video and I put it up here. And, I did the first level, I guess it is, for Left 4 Dead, the single campaign. And I decided, you know what, for October, maybe I'm going to try to play through the entire game and just do a little bit of talking. Let's see what happens. So this weekend was a big weekend for me. I got to go back to my hometown. I got to celebrate my daughter turning 7 years old, and let me tell you, that was something for me. That was a little mind blowing, just a little crazy, because being a parent, being a father, that's something I did not really kind of expect in my life. I mean, I wanted to have children, kind of. I mean, I never like made it a priority in my life. When I was younger, I did not think much of the future. I kind of just thought about the now. And having children was not really on that list of things to do. And, I didn't know how great of a parent I would even be. Because, I mean, growing up, I never did babysitting or anything like that. I watched my little brother, but in all reality, I don't think I treated him that good as an authority figure. But, you know, when I found out that I was going to be a father, that was one of the most crazy days of my life, because everything changed. Every bit of who I was changed the moment my wife. And the story is, this is a crazy story for a number of reasons, honestly. But what happened was, she came home, and she worked third shift at the time. I was going through college. I was in college. She had been done with college, and we kind of switched out. That's how things worked. I worked and she went to college, and then I went to college while she worked. And that's kind of how we provided for each other. I mean, we didn't have a lot of money at the time, and I was working basically an internship at the time. I was making like $100 a week at a church. I was a youth pastor, and she came home. We were in an apartment building, very nice apartment building, and we'd been trying, but things weren't really going very well. Trying, we learned that there was a lot of issues that we had, and in all honesty, we were told if we had a child, we would be very lucky to have one. But, we wanted to put it in God's hands. We wanted to make sure that we weren't trying to force anything, but we were going to let God move. So we were trying. We were taking medicine, pills, and she had went to work one night, came home, and she was in the bathroom doing stuff, and she said, "Hey, could you go uh, get the thing off the stove?" And I didn't know what it was at the time, and there was a box of honey buns on the stove. So I thought she wanted some honey buns that she picked up from the store, because I don't like honey buns. And I said, sure. I walked in there, and there's a box of honey buns, and it said, "My honey's bun." And I thought to myself, what? I didn't quite get it at the time, but on the back of it, knowing that I don't quite get certain jokes, she put on there, "We're pregnant." And I mean, things just, my life changed. At that moment, my life changed because now I was not just a husband, I was not just a youth intern or college kid. I don't know if I was a kid, I was in my 20s, but now I was a father because we were going to have a child. So I was really just amazed at life. And we proceeded to tell everybody. We even drove to my parents' house and was telling my old employer, everyone, the good news. Fast forward 7 years later, and now I have a 7-year old, I have a 5-year old. And man, has time flown by? Have they grown? Right now, they are in gymnastics. And they are doing all their gymnastic crap. I mean, I watch them. I watch them grow all the time. And I see them changing. It's crazy. Watch me epically fail here in the game real fast. I just epically fail. Nothing good comes from me doing anything right now. But being a parent, having a 7-year old, having life in general, that's what this weekend was being with family, being with friends. After my daughter's party, we went to St. Louis, and we stayed the night in St. Louis, and Sunday we went and we worshiped with the church that I was at during both my children being born. I was with this church. And seeing our church family there, seeing just how much we find people in our lives that we love. We find people in our lives that we don't want to ever not see again. And really that's what this church is. This church was a group of people that I never want to lose in my life. I want to see them at least, every week if I could, but now that we're on the other side of the state, you're probably not going to see them every Sunday. But the connections, the knowing that these women who are in the church, they held my daughters when they were little. Seeing some of my youth when I was a youth pastor, and I was a youth pastor there for 7 years, seeing them now all grown up, jobs, college, military, married, kids of their own. This is insane stuff. This is crazy stuff. This is growing up. This is life. We see life day by day and we complain about it. The government shutdown, all this stuff we complain about. Our president, boo-hoo, some like him, some love him. Healthcare, government shutdown, gas prices, things like that. We always complain, but we don't stop and look at life. We don't stop and understand that, like the Bible says, we're but a bit of smoke. We're only here for a while. So instead of saying our will, instead of saying what we're going to do, say, God, if it's your will, God, then I will do this and I will do that. So, you know, when life really changes, when life throws you a lemon, when life throws you a curveball, understand that life is short and you should cherish it. You should cherish every minute of life, because if you do not cherish life, then you will lose life. You will lose every second that you have. Cherish God. Cherish the time that He's given you. Complete yourself. Complete your life. Enjoy it. Love it. Just like this season, how I love it. Love life. Do what you need to do. This has been Pastor Will. I ask that you favor, subscribe, like, do whatever. You have a blessed day. God bless. Take care.